Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The subscribers are what drive me to continue doing what I'm doing. So please hit that subscribe button. In this video, I will be applying the finish that goes onto the door. It's a general oil, general finish, something I forget. I go over it in the video though, so let's watch the video instead of me talking. Thank you. Look at this. Look what I've done. Yeah. So for the past 8 hours, I've been prepping everything that goes into this project. I've got all the door stops prepped, I've got all the window stop prepped, I got the frame prepped, and this beautiful door prepped. What the f is that? Where's the sander? Don't sand it. It doesn't need it. It's probably just wet. Yeah, it's just wet. It's okay. I could have made a whole nother episode going into what I did today, but it would have been boring and there would have been too much info in it. But basically, I have been sanding all day. I made all the window stops, which I'll show in a later episode when I do the window, because that'll probably be its own episode in itself. I also have hung the door on these chains so that I can easily finish everything and I don't have to worry about it. Obviously, you will never see the top of the door and you'll never see the bottom of the door, so those two small holes that I put in it aren't going to be the end of the world. Peanut, chill the f out. But there was a mouse, Dad. I almost had him. Also hung the door frame over there. I might have showed you this in an earlier episode, but this is what? General Finish Outdoor Oil. Seals and protects exterior wood. This is all I will be doing on the door. Right now, I'm going to apply the first coat. This video is going to be one video, but it is going to be a 2-week project, I bet, because it's slow and steady. Hello. Get away from me, you creeper. So right here, I have like 4 or 5 t-shirts. I cut them up into small pieces, and this is what I will be using to apply my finish. Also, I'm in a dust-free zone. It's kind of like a gun-free zone at a school. Yeah. Stop looking at that thing. Turn it that way so you stop looking at it, all right? God, it's annoying when you look over there, you know? Just look right there. What's the problem? So I didn't know if I was supposed to raise the grain on this wood. And basically what raising the grain is you take a damp rag. I just took some of that scrap t-shirt. I wet it, made it a little damp, went over the entire door, and it did raise the grain a little bit, so I went back and I sanded it. And I actually raised the grain twice and sanded it twice. In the process of going from the 80 grit down to the 320, I raised the grain at right before 220, and then I raised the grain at 320, right before 320, and I feel like I got a bitchin' ass finish now. So the surface is good. I also used the air compressor and I sprayed everything off to get the dust out, but I will be sanding in between the coats. How many coats? I don't know. Take the neck collar and just I want to completely soak this rag in the finish. Let's do it. Holy crap, that looks nice. Wow, that looks f***ing beautiful. Whenever possible, you want to apply in the direction of the grain. Obviously there's grain going in opposite directions at some points. That's amazing. Beautiful. So I'm really going to throw down the finish on this. It's an oil, so it's going to penetrate it. I'm going to work it into these chamfers that I have. That is straight up Instagram picture right there. Really want to make sure I get in all those little cracks. Obviously I'm going to be doing several coats, so if I miss a spot, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I want as even of a coat as I can get. Let's pause the video right there. Can we pause the video? That's incredibly sick. My eyes are burning. It's like I have fire in my eyes. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to sand it with 320. Basically take off everything that I just did. I'm going to do everything else right now. I'll film it, but it probably won't make it in the video. How do I move the camera? I can touch here. So these are my window stops. Nice, you dumbass. Oh, I didn't film any of this, but these are all cut to length and chamfered and pretty looking. God, my eyes are burning.
You should be wearing proper eye protection.
Shut up. Your parents should have wore protection too.
I'm offended by that. I'm unsubscribing.
Chill out. All right, and the door frame. That's incredible though. God damn, that's incredible. I'm gonna finish both sides of the door frame, the outside. I'm not gonna go through the process that I do on the inside, but I want to seal this and protect it. I won't be sanding it and loving on it like I do on the inside of the door. This is really sucking the oil up. One thing I love about oil is it really doesn't matter how you apply it. It is idiot proof. You just slop it on. I generally stick with boiled linseed oil, but since this is an exterior finish, I went with an exterior oil. Not really sure. Never used this product, so I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I missed a whole section. Come back here, you. Got you. I'm just gonna go back and try not to touch anything that's gonna be exposed and smooth everything over. This chain system I hooked up is awesome. So now we're gonna jump to like 3 days ahead. And we're gonna do this multiple times. I need to order my window. So it's been a few days since I've applied that first coat. I'm gonna go back right now and sand it with 320. Overall, I'm really happy with this finish. Typically when I finish with boiled linseed oil, it ends up really rough. This is so smooth. So I'm really just gonna go really lightly over this. And I'm gonna start building my finish up. I'm not gonna really sand these at all. I'm just gonna go in and smooth everything over one quick time. Ready, set, go. That's fun. Oh, my fat got pinched in there. Golly. If you ever need to go on a diet, right now would be the time, Tubby. Ooh, f me, that hurt. All right. I had to take it off the chains that it was hanging from because it was bending them and it was gonna break them. I need to go to the hardware store today to get the hole drilling kit to put this door handle in. So, what are you saying? So I'll end up buying bigger chains so that I can hang the door back up and do whatever I gotta do. I should have wiped down the other side too. Peanut, I'm gonna have to put you inside when I go to the store.
You ain't putting nothing inside.
I hate projects to become projects when they just need to be like quick little things. So I've been editing this series. Obviously I've been editing it throughout the process. But how's it going? I mean, are you still with me? Because it's like 3 hours of total video. It's a long ace video. What do you got, Payne?
Nothing yet, but I'm gonna get something.
So I've rehung the door. I haven't gone to the store yet. I just jerry-rigged it with some beefier chains. That's sketchy though. That right there. Throw down another coat.
It's kind of warm for a coat, Dad. I'll take a t-shirt.
So I'm all edited up to the beginning of this portion of the video. One thing I noticed is that I didn't remove the finish after I applied that first coat. Typically I would remove it with a dry cloth, but it was the initial coat and it soaked it up really good. So I didn't see a need for it, and then the finish on it was perfect. So I'm good with that. Oh, and another thing, I'm not sure if this can spontaneously combust, but anytime you do any type of finishing, you want to get rid of these rags because they'll heat up, cause a fire, and this barn would go up like a freaking matchbox. Wow, that's just soaking it right in, right out the bat. I wonder if I can get this company to give me a sponsor because I love it. I was reading the back of the gallon of finish and it says for exterior use only. I guess like 50% of this is exterior and then the other 50 is interior. So yeah, don't piss the Peanut. Look, Peanut, the horse is gonna bite you.
Whoa! Oh, a little too close for comfort there. What's that?
I cannot recommend this finish enough. It is the nicest finish I have ever worked with. Did you almost get one?
Almost got him.
Uh-oh. I'm going to get comments that you're in here while I'm doing this.
There is some severe carcinogenics in that finish that you're using and in the presence of a dog. You should burn in hell.
Thank you. If you were applying this finish and you saw runs in it, then I probably would go back and with a dry cloth and remove the excess oil. But this thing is still taking it.
Unlike your ex-girlfriend.
So I'm going to leave this coat on there too. The door, there's a couple drips on it, so I'm going to go and dry that off. So I'm going to let that sit for a couple hours. Right now I'm going to go and get the hole saw jig to make the door handles. Maybe. If it's over $50, I will not be buying it. And we will do it another way. All right, so I let that second coat harden up. I also, last night, drilled out for my deadbolt and my latch for the door handle and routed out that. That'll be in a later episode, so you can look forward to that, I guess. But when I did that, I got the whole thing really dusty. So I bought these Scotch-Brite pads. They come in different, like, grits, you can call them, but they're not really grits. I don't know exactly what they are. But these are really fine, which I'll use these later after maybe 2 more coats. I got more of a rough one right here. I'm going to use these to scrub the door down, get all that sawdust off. This also acts as a sandpaper kind of. So I'm not going to bore you with this finish process anymore, but I'm going to keep putting on coats until I'm happy with the finish. In between the coats, I'll be using these Scotch-Brite pads to remove any dust or bugs or any imperfections in the wood. I'm just going to keep laying it down on it until I'm happy.
Where's Hair Peanut? Somebody's here. I will find them. I'll say hello. I am the official greeter of the peoples.
So I let that third coat dry, and I'm going to put on a fourth coat. I was reading the instructions last night, and it says to apply the finish and then go back 15 minutes later and remove what hasn't absorbed into the wood. And I hadn't done that up to this point because I really wanted it to kind of sit on the surface a little bit. And I've got that finish that I'm going for, the color that I want, that sheen that I want. But now I just want to make it nice and even. So I'm going to apply 1, if not 2 more coats. And after it's been sitting on there for a few minutes, I'm going to go back and wipe it down completely. Right now I'm going to take one of these little pads and take out any little imperfections in the wood, which there really isn't any because it's so smooth. And then I'm going to apply another coat to it. Last night I was in here and I was messing around with this knife that I have. You're supposed to like put it in your pocket and then you take it out and it opens up into a blade and then you can kill things. Why? I don't know. I don't do that. But I was sitting right here and I did it. Oh, I went back like that and I hit the door and I dug into it right there.
Son of a bitch.
Peanut, it would be one thing if you caught the mouse, but you have not caught one. You've just seen him.
So I need to be paranoid about him. I don't like him.
So I'm going to give that about 10 minutes to set up, and then I'm going to come back with a clean rag and wipe off what I can. So I went and gave a fourth coat to all the other pieces. I'm just going to come back now with that clean cloth and remove any excess. I don't like it. It gives it a dull finish. I'm not going to do it. I don't like it. So I'm putting down the 5th and final coat on the door. Watch out, Peen. So I took the rag that I used to apply the finish and I wrung it out so that it was like really dry. There was really no finish in it. I'm just going back and smoothing over the finish, and that'll be the extent of me removing whatever's left over. I think I'll get a smoother finish. No step there. That's that. That's done. I'm done. I used about half a gallon to do 5 coats on everything. Is that it for this episode? I think so. That did take 2 weeks, by the way. That took a while. Run the outro, please. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As you can see, the damn finish turned out beautiful, I think. I'm still madly in love with the finish. It really turned out good. I strongly recommend that finish. Now again, that is an outdoor oil, so the inside of that door that I finished is inside, so there might be some probably things I shouldn't have done, some chemicals that I probably shouldn't be breathing, but I was 20 something once. I did some chemicals. Depends what kind of chemical you're doing. What was I doing? In my next video I will be installing this glass, but thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you on the next one.